$1 fix where the money is actually coming from. Backyard emergency, how a wrong turn ends a pea plater in a pool. Prince Harry and Meghan kick off their 3-day trip to Nigeria. New research why runners live longer. The latest on Nathan Cleary's hamstring injury as the Blues injury crisis deepens. Plus a full match report from a wet Tamworth as the Knights take on the Tigers. Details at 6.
Whoa, you seem stressed, man.
I'm switching between TV apps,
Yeah.
finding what I want to watch. Why are you dressed like that?
I'm humble. I fuse apps and the free-to-air TV you love into a single experience. I'm the easy way to search, manage, and save on streaming. Which is why...
Everybody's hubbling.
Like that? What? You like that? Yeah, he likes it.
The Big Jack is back at Hungry Jack's. Still bigger and better with special sauce and flame-grilled Aussie beef. Grab one now and you be the judge. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
I'm sorry I used the F word, Gary. Can we at least talk about it?
Get a bonus 10% funeral cover after 5 years of being with us. Insurance Line, here for the heavy stuff.
Enjoy Meridian Beachside Apartments at Old Bar Beach. Peaceful oceanfront self-contained 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. Only 2 hours from Newcastle. Perfect for surfing, fishing and whale watching. Check website for specials and book direct to save.
Your next adventure starts right now at Alan Graham's Caravans. The latest luxury vans are ready to go today. That's right, there's no waiting. Drive away today at Alan Graham's Caravans. Trusted for 45 years and guiding you every step of the way.
Australian-made furniture, made for you at Harvey Norman. Have it designed to suit your space. Australian-made lounges built for family life with options in fabric, leather, size and shape. Australian-made dining furniture created to fit your space. Matching buffets, entertainment units and more to complete your look. Australian-made quality and comfort at competitive prices with a range of options available. Support local manufacturers and choose Australian-made furniture. Made for you. Now at Harvey Norman.
Go!
Create stories for life on a scenic France river cruise. Discover the gastronomic delights of the South and be guided by culinary masters. Indulge in some of the finest wines in beautiful Bordeaux. Pay tribute at historic sites in northern France. Relax in truly all-inclusive ultra-luxury. Scenic France river cruising in a class of its own. Book now to secure economy flights included and a bonus hotel pre-night.
With water from the rising Wyong River.
Those bags contained 1.9 grams of ice.
With the case to be heard again in June. Over the coming weeks, the artist will design the concept.
The Knights thriving in the torrential weather.
This program brought to you by Scenic, the most all-inclusive cruise on Europe's rivers.
After the break, a prison stay has never looked so tempting. Now this is somewhere that I would be happy to serve a sentence.
Super Saturday comes to 9. A spicy clash of arch rivals. Waratahs Brumbies. Live on 9 and Stan Sport. TV's most spectacular adventure is back.
I tell you what, that's a testicle.
Oh!
10 breathtaking new locations.
2 new guys.
And the first ever
5 stars.
5 stars.
Perfect holiday.
Get ready to roam
Like you've never roamed before.
You know how hard it is to walk in a banana leaf?
all new travel guides. Coming soon to 9 and 9 now.
This is what pre-flight mornings look like around here. Doing the coffee run, not the M1. Finding yourself the perfect park. So go on, take your pick from over 250 flights a week from Newcastle Airport. That's the Newy way.
With a power back door with kick sensor. No wonder Barry got himself the all-new, all-electric Toyota BZ4X. Charge on. Toyota.
There's a fantastic new way to get a therapeutic dose of vitamins and minerals with BioGland's therapeutic gummies. There's magnesium plus vitamin D3 for your muscle function and bone density, iron plus vitamin C to support your energy levels, vitamin D3 for your bone strength and immune system health, and CoQ10 for your heart health and energy production. The BioGland therapeutic gummies range is available only in pharmacies.
Whoa, you seem stressed, man.
Switching between TV apps,
Yeah.
finding what I want to watch.
Why are you dressed like that?
I'm humble. I fuse apps and the free-to-air TV you love into a single experience. I'm the easy way to search, manage, and save on streaming, which is why...
Everybody's hubbling.
Not that? What? You like that?
Yeah, he likes it.
We can see more of the world than ever. Yet we can't always see what's going on inside our cars. With Bridgestone Tech Check, we'll send you a 60-second video inspection that shows you what needs repairing now and what can wait. See for yourself and go with confidence. Bridgestone Select Tyre and Auto.
We're slashing prices on our entire 2023 stock of Supreme and Leader caravans, up to $15,000 off. Free delivery straight from any of our dealerships. Hurry, these deals won't last long. Visit Australian Caravan Centre today.
Create stories for life on a scenic France river cruise. Discover the gastronomic delights of the South and be guided by culinary masters. Indulge in some of the finest wines in beautiful Bordeaux. Pay tribute at historic sites in northern France. Relax in truly all-inclusive ultra-luxury. Scenic France river cruising in a class of its own. Book now to secure economy flights included and a bonus hotel pre-night.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
There's also an on-site wine bar. And strictly for interlude guests, there's a subterranean pool by appointment only, making this a stay to remember.
I imagine prisoners in pentries would have spent many hours plotting their escape. However, I am hatching a plan to linger a little longer.
After the break, home of the upcoming Olympic Games. The Eiffel Tower, for me at least, epitomises Paris.
Tonight in NBN News, the Albanese government's latest funding injection to fix the housing crisis. Much of New South Wales drenched, and there's more on the way. Byron Bay picking up 61 millimetres. The climate change protesters in their 80s who took a hammer to one of the world's most important historical documents. And the Mariners take the upper hand in their semi-final showdown against Sydney FC, winning the first leg 2-1. Plus the Knights do battle with the Tigers in a wet Tamworth. That's coming up next.
As an actor, worked on McLeod's Daughters for 5 years. When I had my son, I was a single mum from day dot. We live in a caravan, and I have been in financial strife, living in fight or flight, losing all my hair, all the stress.
Can Simone Jade McKinnon rise again?
I think I need this for the money, but I also need it to get a bit of me back.
And make it.
You got this, Simone!
To the top.
Getting to the summit. Here's your goal.
14 Aussies, $1 million.
My son, that's why I'm here. He'll be watching this going, oh my God, Mum, are you kidding me?
The new summit starts Sunday at 7 on 9.
At the heart of every Palm Lake resort is its country club. These award-winning world-class facilities boast an impressive range of sporting and social amenities. Our dedicated wellness precincts provide ample opportunities for you to focus on your health. We have our awe-inspiring resort pool.
Lounge sale is on now with up to 50% off leather and fabric lounges. That's up to half price during the Nick Scarlett Lounge sale. On now.
Jack sold his motorbike in his 20s to buy Mia's engagement ring. Today, it's his turn for a surprise. IMB Bank, right by you.
A Day on the Green presents Roxette in Concert 2025, playing all their hits for one night only. Saturday, March 15th in Badgen, Hunter Valley. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Create stories for life on a scenic France river cruise. Discover the gastronomic delights of the South and be guided by culinary masters. Indulge in some of the finest wines in beautiful Bordeaux. Pay tribute at historic sites in northern France. Relax in truly all-inclusive ultra-luxury. Scenic France river cruising in a class of its own. Book now to secure economy flights included and a bonus hotel pre-night.
Australia's rising for a golden spectacular. The Olympic Games on 9.
This program brought to you by Scenic, the most all-inclusive cruise on Europe's rivers.
Not bothered at all by any flair for the delivery, but you're likely to be seated at a table along some grand tree-lined boulevard overlooking the Seine or beneath the Eiffel Tower. You'll be watching some swarthy, chain-smoking French dude arguing with a woman in a Coco Chanel skirt. Truly all-inclusive ultra-luxury with Scenic in 2025. Exclusive Scenic and rich events, Scenic free choice activities, all onboard meals and premium drinks are included. Secure your 2025 river cruise with economy class flights included and early bird savings of up to $800 per person. Getaway viewers can save an additional $300 per person with an exclusive voucher. To request your voucher, visit scenic.com.au/getaway, call 1300 790 372 or speak to your nearest travel advisor. Thanks for your company tonight. Next week, my cruise along the Seine continues. This is the River Seine, a silky waterway of contrast and charm. She'll inspire and nurture and nourish from the sights of the D-Day landing to the picturesque gardens of Monet, his coolest work of art, surely. See you then. Good night.
Tonight, the Prime Minister's $11 billion pledge to patch up the housing crisis. Australia backs a Palestinian push to become a United Nations member, but not everyone's in support. Backyard emergency, just how did this P-plater misjudge a turn and end up in a pool? All eyes on Australia's horse capital, Scone turns on the charm for its 44th annual parade. And the Knights make it 3 wins on the trot, keeping the Tigers at bay in Tamworth.
This is NBN News with Jane Goldsmith.
Good evening. Australia has stood alongside more than 100 countries to back a Palestinian push to become a United Nations member. But not everyone within the Labor Party is supporting the move, as Australia's oldest ally, the United States, voted against it.
As Gaza faces unimaginable devastation, 7 months into this war, today a Palestinian push which had the widespread support of the world.
Free Palestine and peace for all.
Australia and 142 fellow UN General Assembly member countries voting in favour of a Palestinian bid for full membership in the UN.
It was a resolution consistent with Palestinians having the right to live in peace and security.
And calls on the Security Council to make Palestine the United Nations 194th member.
We know this vote won't resolve the immediate crisis.
But what Australians do want is Australia to add our voice to the efforts of the international community to broker peace, and that is what we have done.
But as Australia stood by Palestinian statehood, our oldest ally stood at odds. America, one of 9 countries to vote against the resolution, as a furious Israeli ambassador accused those of voting in favour of supporting a terror state.
Yes, that's what you're doing, shredding the UN Charter. Shame on you.
Australia took a position that I obviously disagree with. Last night at the United Nations, I believe we should have abstained. Hamas are still a terrorist organisation in charge of the Gaza Strip.
As the UN voted in New York at the White House, explosive allegations. The US government announcing Israel may have breached humanitarian law in Gaza using American weapons. A 46-page report delivered to Congress, raising substantial questions over the high levels of civilian casualties in this war. It comes amid rising fears of an offensive in Rafah in the United States. Lauren Tomazi, NBN News.
A ute has collided with two cyclists during the Byron Bay Triathlon this morning. The ute is alleged to have entered the event area around 8:20 a.m. before crashing into the cyclists on Bay Street. Fortunately, there were no injuries reported, but the driver, a 60-year-old man, is assisting police with their inquiries. A Newcastle freediver is leading a campaign to keep Lambton Pool open all year round. It's one of 5 council-owned centres to close over winter, forcing locals to travel elsewhere for a swim.
It's been a much-loved community asset for more than 6 decades. But when Lambton Pool shuts down during the cooler months, it's a frustration for many.
You've got a lot of regular pool goers here that are left wondering what their plan will be for that winter period. So it'll close in late May and then open it back up again in late August.
Ellen Leggett is one of hundreds of Hunter locals calling for year-round access to reduce pressure on facilities like the Forum and Charlestown Pool, which take on displaced swimmers.
The council inland pools are Mayfield, Beresfield, Wallsend, Stockton and Lambton Pool. So Lambton Pool gets the most attendance out of those pools. It also has the largest number of facilities.
A Change.org petition posted April 20 today has more than 600 signatures. Pool users are hoping the petition skyrockets over the next few weeks before these gates close until September.
I'd love to see that number continue to climb to show the decision makers with Bluefit and the Newcastle City Council just how important this is to our community.
Council says the 3-month closure period allows for maintenance and that it's looking into a $10 million solution.
We expect to start consultation with the community in regard to the construction of a year-round aquatic facility at Lambton Pool towards the end of this year.
But in the meantime, the community is bracing for yet another winter without access to their local pool. Amber Griffin, NBN News.
Fire stations across the Hunter and Central Coast opened their doors today, showing off their shiny rigs to locals. It's all part of a fire safety campaign aimed at educating households ahead of winter.
A busy morning for firefighters at Lambton, but not in the way you'd expect. Dozens turning out in the rain for a fire safety open day.
So people can come down, have a look at all the equipment, talk to the fireys, see what we're capable of doing.
It wasn't the only station taking part. At Toukley, kids tested out all the shiny toys, among them 9-year-old burns survivor Arabella, who's raising funds for the Beat the Burns campaign.
All the breaking new technology is very important for scar management, care. Lots goes into, supporting a burn survivor.
Arabella was injured in a fire at San Remo in 2021, which left her with severe burns to 50% of her body. All funds raised from today's event will go to the burns unit at Westmead Children's Hospital, where Arabella was treated.
We'd love to raise I'm looking at over 1,000 would be lovely, but anything we can send that way is great.
The open day also a chance for fireys to stress the importance of having a working smoke alarm.
The ones that have ended with no fatalities are the people that have had working smoke alarms that have given them time to get up and get out of the house to safety.
Crews say 50% of house fires start in the kitchen.
If you're making a stew or a slow cooker on a beautiful day like today, you want to make sure that you keep an eye on that. And if you go out, don't forget about it, turn it off.
Lithium-ion batteries used to charge items like e-bikes also of concern.
When it is fully charged, take it off charge. Don't leave it on charge. If it's damaged in any way, please don't charge it and use the charger that the device came with.
Bianca Wirt, NBN News.
Hunter New England Health District staff are participating in an e-bike pilot program aiming to cut carbon emissions over the next 12 months. Riders have been travelling between health facilities after receiving safety training from Pedal Set Go.
We looked at some principles, so see and be seen, be predictable, communicate.
Looking at the environment, like it's just so much easier to jump on the bike.
The program is part of the district's goal to reach net zero by 2030. Looking at the weather now, a hazardous surf warning remains in place for the Hunter tonight and tomorrow. Temperature-wise, we only reached 19 degrees in Newcastle today, 18 at Williamtown, 16 to 17 at Singleton, 18 for Merriwar. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, the Prime Minister makes an $11 billion housing pledge, but where's the money coming from? Australia to stop exporting sheep within 4 years amid animal welfare concerns. The eye-catching moment, a boat catches a light on Sydney Harbour. And all the highlights from one of Scone's busiest days of the year, the annual Horse Festival Parade.
The Amart stock take sale is here. Right now, you can get 10 to the left.
For a minute. Woke up feeling like the city boys up one. Made a way full course, next step, son.
I love this jacket. You'll never find it.
I'm like, yeah, get it. I don't know her name, but she fit in. The bad women never say shit. Where I provided direction. Straight face gang got me feeling like a henchman. Hey, let me vibe for a minute. Hey, too hard when I'm in it. Hey, let me vibe. Hey, let me vibe.
My thing is chasing adventure thing. It's getting my 4-wheel drive campsite ready thing. It's new gear from someone that gets my thing, and it's just the thing I need.
Blocked nose? Get Vicks Inhaler for fast relief.
Hey.
It was definitely Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait outside then.
Someone broke in and nicked his bike, being absolutely beside himself. Thankfully, our theft cover Manny hasn't been without one for long.
They're here!
Insurance that's a bit more U-shaped. You insured.
Terry White Chemmart has real deals on all your favourite brands like Ethical Nutrients Mega Magnesium, Fooling Probiotics 150 capsules, and Maxigesic Paracetamol Plus Ibuprofen. Get real deals every day at Terry White Chemmart, dedicated to care.
A TAFE New South Wales degree will give you a head start in your career. Choose from a variety of courses and graduate with the hands-on practical skills employers want. So make a life-changing move with a TAFE New South Wales degree.
TAFE! The Nick Scali Lounge Sale is on now with up to 50% off leather and fabric lounges. That's up to half price during the Nick Scali Lounge Sale. On now.
An $11 billion package to tackle the housing crisis has been unveiled today by the Prime Minister. But the opposition and Greens claim barely any of the money is new, calling the announcement a fraud.
At a new housing estate in Launceston,
Part of it here too.
with a pledge to get a roof over the heads of more Australians.
My government has been very focused on housing supply.
More homes to rent, more homes to build, more homes for Australians who need it.
But the claim $11.3 billion more is being spent to patch up the housing crisis doesn't stack up, according to some.
Today we see repackaged, reheated money that's already been announced.
The package includes $9.3 billion to roll over an agreement with the states on tackling homelessness for another 5 years.
The risk was that they were going to decrease, so we're happy to see that those resources continue.
No more violence, no more hate! And after growing calls for action, there's $1 billion to increase crisis accommodation places for women and children fleeing domestic violence. A welcome boost, but the Greens say this money was secured last year in negotiations with the government.
Frankly, it's a drop in the ocean compared to what's needed. There'll still be tens of thousands of women turned away every year fleeing family and domestic violence.
What the sector says is new funding, $1 billion for infrastructure like roads, pipes, poles and wires.
We hear too often that housing is delayed because we don't have the critical infrastructure ready to go.
The Prime Minister strongly hit back at suggestions from the Greens and opposition that his government is trying to make old announcements new again.
Well, they're full of nonsense, aren't they? The truth is that this is additional money.
A fight on the home front that will only grow with the budget 3 days away. Eliza Edwards, NBN News.
Australia will stop exporting live sheep within 4 years. The federal government today declaring the industry has failed to satisfy expectations on animal welfare. The Agriculture Minister has promised a $107 million package to help develop domestic opportunities for exporters.
This plan also delivers certainty for farmers with a firm end date and a significant amount of taxpayers' funding to assist their transition and develop new markets.
Farmers say the rapid timeline will spell catastrophe for communities, while the opposition has vowed to reverse the decision if elected. A man has been arrested after a concerning incident involving a knife at a Westfield shopping centre at Cannington in Perth's south. Parts of the building were sent into lockdown when a fight broke out between two men as innocent shoppers ran to safety.
A shirtless man wielding a knife charges towards other shoppers, sprinting through the Westfield Centre, chasing, just moments after two groups were seen arguing. Nearby security vision capturing the panic, shoppers scrambling, running into stores as workers shut up shop.
He ended up pulling out like a massive kitchen knife. That's when we were like, no, ran into the back room, tried to get all the customers with us. Just families hiding and really just fearing. Like, my stomach has never dropped the way it did, especially being a mum in that situation was horrible.
Police say two people were involved in an altercation yesterday afternoon. A 20-year-old punched in the face, taken to hospital. A 16-year-old boy today arrested. Police say he was armed with a knife, the victim managing to grab it, throwing it away. It's alleged the boy then obtained a second knife. Both weapons seized by police, not used during the attack.
You can tell people aren't like how they usually are. Like, there's just a weird energy, I guess, now. Like, people are just on edge, unsafe, scared to be at work.
The knife scare prompting security experts to sound the alarm, urging people to look up from their phones and be aware of their surroundings, calling for better training for security guards.
Understanding of environmental awareness and situational awareness of both security guards and retail stores, ability to report up and have response from those security.
The Minns government will deliver a formal apology to people convicted for homosexual acts. The last state to do so, while no date has been set, it will be made in Parliament to mark the 40th anniversary of decriminalisation by the Rann government.
This apology recognises not just the harm and trauma that they experienced, but I think it also recognises how important they were for the equality of all of us, including people like me.
Equality Australia has welcomed the move. Two marina workers are tonight being praised for their quick thinking after towing a burning boat to safety in Sydney's inner west. It's believed the luxury cruiser caught fire while refuelling, sending smoke billowing into the sky.
Designed to turn heads, but not like this. A luxury boat erupting into a ball of flames on Sydney Harbour. It was around 10 this morning firefighters were called to the water off Drummoyne. A mix of fuel and fiberglass ensured this quickly turned into a full-blown inferno.
It was up over the top of the boat, looked to be coming out of the back.
Even on a wet and windy day, the smoke could be seen for kilometres, spotted from balconies and the Iron Cove Bridge.
When we were up on Darling Street, it was significant. Like it looked like almost a building was on fire.
Extinguishing the blaze was no easy task. Firefighters had to commandeer specialist boats equipped with water cannon and tanks to reach the vessel.
It is difficult, so you still need breathing apparatus and you need personal flotation devices as well, so it's a bit of a different incident to what we're used to.
Witnesses say the boat ignited as it was being refueled at the Birkenhead Point Marina.
We saw people running around, shouting, yelling.
Two quick-thinking workers managed to untie the vessel and drag it into the middle of the harbour.
As soon as they open the hatch, it'll just go boom, you know, get oxygen in there.
Before it exploded.
You heard like a big boom and you could hear it echo all throughout the harbour.
Up close you can see that this vessel is still smouldering and the damage is extensive. It's now been towed into a shallow bay away from other boats. The 12-metre cruiser was recently purchased by an aged care CEO for $260,000. Its days on the water now over. Tonight moored next to the Drummoyne Sailing Club. In Sydney Harbour, James Wilson, NBN News.
Dozens of school cleaners rallied at Parramatta today, protesting over their pay. A survey of New South Wales cleaners has revealed the cost of living crisis is causing some to delay medical treatment, cut back on heating and also skip meals. They say private sector contractors routinely fail to give cleaners the time or the equipment necessary to do their job. A family in Sydney's southwest were asleep last night when a car smashed through their fence and into their backyard pool. Two teenagers inside the hatchback managed to escape just before the vehicle started to sink.
We've been told time and time again, drive to the conditions. But just after 10 last night on a dark and wet Preston street, this hatchback misses the turn, ploughs through a fence and ends up in a backyard pool. The car quickly starts to sink. The 17-year-old driver and his passenger inside need to act fast.
The car was just floating in the pool, so they had time to get out before it went fully immersed in the pool.
They escape uninjured. The same can't be said for the property.
It must have hit the street sign in my yard and lost control and ended up in the pool.
Although the damage is extensive, this really could have been so much worse. There was a family sleeping on this side of the home last night. I've spoken with the owner. She is still in a state of shock. Her next step, finding a crane to remove the car.
The lady's shaken. When I spoke to her yesterday, she was shaken a bit. We did try to calm her down.
The P-plater had only bought the car recently. Police are investigating, trying to determine if speed was a factor.
Because it was dark and it was wet, I think he lost his control and went straight in. Probably he would have been shaken as well.
In Preston's, Alex Heinke, NBN News.
7 people have died in Russia after a bus crashed into a river. Moments before the accident, the bus was seen swerving into traffic in St. Petersburg, colliding with 2 cars before breaking through a barrier and off a bridge. The driver has been detained and an investigation has been launched. Protesters have clashed with police as they attempted to storm a Tesla factory near Berlin in Germany. Several people were injured, including 3 police officers. The group is demonstrating against the proposed expansion of Tesla's only European plant. 2 climate change activists aged in their 80s have used a hammer and chisel to try to smash the glass case protecting the Magna Carta. The historic document inside the British Library says the king and government are not above the law. The women were arrested. Australia's horse capital has done what it does best, showcasing some of its finest in an annual street parade. Now in its 44th year, the parade marks the start of Scone's busiest week of the year, with thousands set to attend the renowned festival.
The wet weather didn't rain on Scone's parade. Local businesses, schools and community groups joining forces to transform the town into an equine extravaganza.
To see everybody smile and how we were just cheering along, and it was really fun to participate in this.
This year's parade theme, paying homage to the upcoming Olympic Games.
This year is so exciting. It's the Let the Games Begin theme. We've got Matt Ryan, our Olympian, 3-time gold medalist, as an ambassador this year. We've still got floats going beside us. We met Matt Ryan, the Olympian, at school yesterday.
From seasoned riders to horse enthusiasts, the parade is a family tradition for many.
Year after
after year. We've been coming for a long time. This is Tilly's first time, and Edie's been in it a fair few years now, so they love it.
Newcomers jumping at the chance to get involved.
It's been fantastic. It was an impromptu decision about 2 weeks ago, so then we had to go with what we got.
From thoroughbreds to stock horses, it's easy to see why Scone is renowned as Australia's horse capital. Even man's best friend making an appearance.
The parade is one of the main attractions across the 10 days. Spectators making the trip from neighbouring communities to appreciate all breeds of horses, as well as an array of colourful floats and entertainment.
There were rides, entertainment, and plenty of sugar. A fate at Scone Grammar School, drawing crowds at the end of the parade.
The whole week is really exciting, for our school, but for our community. The streets buzzing behind you there.
The Horse Festival continues until May 19, with the prestigious Scone Cup jumping the barrier next Friday. Angie Davies, NBN News.
Coming up next, more than 100 homes damaged, the terrifying tornado that tore a path through WA South. Taylor Swift mania hits the UK. Even colleges are offering crash courses for parents. The Olympic simulation giving our swimmers and their fans a taste of what they'll face in Paris. And later, the extreme solar storm treating Australia and other parts of the world to a rare light spectacular.
You can't fake the taste of bulla, of fresh milk from local farmers, and of ice cream made from real cream. It's all about doing things the right way. Bulla, unfakeable.
Hurry into Chemist Warehouse this Mother's Day and get Calvin Klein Euphoria for Women 100ml $59.99. Jimmy Choo 100ml $69.99. Or Dolce & Gabbana for Women Light Blue 100ml $79.99. Chemist Warehouse, the real house of fragrances.
A sense of belonging. This is a sentiment we've heard most from the homeowners across our many Palm Lake resorts. Our resorts are designed around social connections and creating spontaneous moments that make life grand. Every resort offers many ways for people to come together and thrive. New homes now selling. This is your time at Palm Lake Resort.
Play for Oz. The next world champ.
Hope you paid your Weet-Bix. Grab some bite-sized goodness with Weet-Bix Bites. Find us in store.
Kickstart your weight loss goals with new Jumpstart Pro by Light and Easy.
I would recommend Jumpstart Pro as a really great solution for people who want to lose weight. I lost 1 kilo for the first week and 1 kilo in the second week. It was really simple.
Visit Light and Easy now.
When a cold disturbs your family's sleep, Vicks Vapor Rub relieves cough, nasal congestion, headaches and muscle aches. They sleep, you sleep. Vicks Vapor Rub relieves 4 cough and cold symptoms.
The key to a perfect risotto is make your own stock.
Get real. Campbell's Real Stock is made from scratch from real ingredients.
Real flavour, real easy. Get real with Campbell's Real Stock. Try new chicken unsalted.
It's Tank World's up to 50% off clearance sale. 5,000 litre round corrugated starting from just $8.80, or our 5,000 litre slimline starting from just $18.50. All stock must go. 10 days only. Think Tank World. 1-800-68-69-70.
The Plush May clearance is on now, with up to 40% off selected leather and fabric sofas, modulars, recliners and armchairs. Save up to 40% off at the Plush May clearance. On now.
Think Sofas, think Plush.
I had pain down my legs and my heels. When I finally came across the arch supports at the Good Feet store, it's turned my life around.
See for yourself with a free personalised arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Blackout sale now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness. 50% off mattresses, 30% off furniture. This sale is drawing to a close Sunday. Exclusions and T's and C's apply. Go to better sleep at 40 Winks.
You're watching NBN News. These are our top local stories. Police are investigating after a ute collided with two cyclists during the Byron Bay Triathlon this morning. The 60-year-old driver is now assisting officers with their inquiries. Tigers fans have rubbed shoulders with their NRL heroes for the final time in Tamworth with this afternoon's clash against the Knights, the last time the Sydney club will play in the region. Coffs Harbour locals have created new walking groups in a bid to feel safer while exercising at night in the wake of two attacks. Firefighters across the state have opened their station doors to the community, sharing important fire safety tips ahead of winter. And a Newcastle freediver is part of a push to keep the council-operated Lambton pool open all year round. A major clean-up effort is underway south of Perth after a powerful tornado ripped through the regional city of Bunbury. More than 100 homes are tonight unlivable and thousands are without power.
Bunbury Prison, 4 p.m. yesterday. Mother Nature rips through.
What the
All residents could do was watch and pray.
Not in my house. Not in my house.
As a tornado packing wind speeds around 150 kilometres an hour destroys everything in its path. The PCYC's roof caved in as dozens of terrified children huddled inside, while outside people found cover where they could.
Twister just came through here, ripped this to shreds, ripped all these trees up, and I was in that dugout.
Like a scene from The Wizard of Oz, pieces of roof sent spiralling into the air. Cars flipped, trees uprooted. Residents and crews working through the night to fix what they could and assess the damage.
It made a big bang when it came through, and I was standing outside at the time, and I went straight inside. It was horrendous in sound. But yeah, this is the aftermath of it.
The extent of it clear in daylight. 146 homes damaged, 40 now are unlivable. This was Matt Lush's living room.
You can see the destruction from the force.
Close to both their hearts. Then Prince Charles and Princess Diana visited Nigeria in 1990, where she famously held the hand of a leprosy patient, and Meghan's spoken of having strong Nigerian ancestry.
Drapilli today filled to the brim with talent. Tokyo gold medalist Molly O'Callaghan, one of the quiet achievers of the squad.
Go Molly!
The world's 100-metre and 200-metre freestyle champion is widely tipped to be one of our shining stars in Paris.
Since Tokyo, she's just flourished, so it's been amazing. So she's gone from being a relay swimmer now trying to go to an individual swim for Paris. So yeah, we're pretty stoked.
She's just matured so much in 4 years. She is gunning.
The man behind all this, Dean Boxall, wants his team to feel what it will be like at the Games.
You can't promise that they're going to be unbelievable in Paris or the trials, but I'm going to give them the best opportunity.
To play the music, to listen to the French, to have a crowd here. All this goes into normalising a very hyper, not normal situation when you get to the Games.
Among the crowd, family, friends and sponsors like Gina Reinhardt. The team will now head to Cairns for a swim camp to prepare for the Olympic qualifier, the Australian swimming trials right here in Brisbane. Another big name in the team, Shayna Jack, who's making a remarkable comeback after being infamously sidelined during Tokyo.
This is just the start. Where I want to be is at the Olympics in Paris, and experience with my family and friends is where I'm going.
And Elijah Winnington.
He went through the 200 metres of his trial this morning, faster than I swam at the Olympics 36 years ago to win gold.
Take your marks. Now all they need is the official green light.
Come on, Jamie! Go, Jamie!
And a ticket to Paris. Josh Babbis, NBN News.
The countdown is on. It's time for Sport Now with Jack Howard, and the Knights are edging towards that top 8, Jack.
Jane, the Knights are on the doorstep after a third win in a row. After the break, the Knights shine in Tamworth, but could the win prove costly? Also ahead, the Blues falling to pieces as Nathan Cleary adds to a growing injury list, and the Swans soar to new heights in the AFL.
Enjoy up to 50% off when you buy 2 items at Oz.
Hey, mate. Hey, traveller. Sort of doing 100. We'll see you when you get here, mate. Yeah, looking forward to it. Oh, good. We need to go back. 60-ish. It's around about 85.
Casual speeding is the biggest cause of deaths and serious injuries on New South Wales roads. Let's all stop being so casual about it.
Win the ultimate games experience in Paris 2024 at Harvey Norman. 3 major prizes to be won with a total prize pool of over $100,000. You could win a trip for 2 to the Paris 2024 Olympic or Paralympic Games, or a Harvey Norman gift card valued at $10,000. Simply purchase any product over $200 and enter the draw for your chance to win the ultimate games experience in Paris 2024. Now at Harvey Norman.
Go! Crafted just for you, the Queen's Bedroom Suite is Australian-made and exclusive to Domain. Choose the fabric, timber stain and size to make it your own. Indulge in luxury and comfort with complete customisation of the master room. Ready for the early morning wake-up call. Settle in for time out. A place to relax and unwind that fits your style. 3 looks, 1 collection. Domain, your home of customisation.
When even sneezing put me to tears, I wasn't given any pain medication. Nothing.
I was told that it was normal, you're just stressed.
I was being dramatic.
That it's an expected part of a woman's life.
Nurofen is committed to help close the gender pain gap with new research and more training for doctors and pharmacists. See my pain, Nurofen.
Australia's Top Gun Dad.
To his wife and children, Daniel Duggan is a hero, but in the eyes of the US government, he's a traitor.
This is one big mistake.
Accused of training Chinese fighter pilots.
There was no truth to anything in that indictment.
These pilots are cashing in on their own country.
It's a betrayal.
The US want him locked away.
There's like a hole in my heart. I don't have my dad anymore. He's gone.
Plus,
you're a paralysed man who can walk, but will never cease to amaze.
An extraordinary life, overcoming the odds. Sunday.
Save $200 on the Hisense Pure Flat French Door Fridge with ice and water, with bonus gift card and bonus local delivery. Plus, enter the draw and you could win one of 3 Euro 2024 prizes. Hurry, limited time only at Harvey Norman.
Go!
The Knights are on the cusp of the top 8 after betting the Tigers to make it 3 wins in a row. The trip to Tamworth could prove costly for Newcastle though, with Tyson Gamble failing to finish with a foot injury. It is a full house at Tamworth Scully Park with tickets and ponchos sold out in the country music capital.
It is coming down by the bucketful at the moment. It won't stop, of course, the hardy locals.
Jaden Sullivan making his recall to first grade count.
Off the left foot, taking on Dylan Lucas. What a ball! Papali'i!
With the sun breaking through, Newcastle began to shine.
It is a pot of gold here for the Newcastle Knights.
The Tigers desperately trying to hold on to their lead.
You could make a very strong case that should be a sin bin.
Buller not as lucky.
And this should be 10 in the bin and will be.
David Armstrong making the most of the one-man advantage.
Pops his nose through the line, gives it to Greg Marju, and the Knights winger scores their first try of the afternoon.
Inking a new deal midweek, Dane Gagai proved he's got plenty left to give.
What a heads-up piece of play by Dane Gagai.
With Tyson Gamble staying in the sheds with a foot injury, Bradman Best stepped up.
He finds Armstrong, and the Newcastle Knights go coast to coast.
Papali'i's path to the try line far more direct.
A chance on the edge. Papali'i is there this time.
Bradman Best just as impressive in front of the line. The New South Wales incumbent sending a timely message to the Blues coach.
He's beaten them point blank. There was absolutely nothing doing.
Daniel Saifidi finding himself in hot water for this hit. The Knight sent for 10, setting up a nervous finish.
Naden scores, and there is still time.
But there wasn't. Newcastle escaping with a 20-14 win. There are fears Nathan Cleary could be sidelined for up to 8 weeks after the halfback was struck down with another hamstring injury. The setback coming less than a month out from Origin 1 and just a day after another Blue Star was ruled out for most of this year's series.
A shattered Nathan Cleary storming off-field. This is not good. Moments earlier, the Panthers star said to trainer Shane Elford, "Nah, my hammy." The halfback's troublesome hamstring tearing again.
So he did a sprinting and like on a kick and diving, felt it straight away, so he knew. So that would suggest it's decent.
Coach Ivan Cleary devastated for his son, who was slumped in the sheds.
Yeah, he's pretty shattered actually. I'm just sort of torn between his coach and his dad right now as well.
The Panthers, with no regrets, denying the 26-year-old was rushed back.
It hasn't been a problem. So he's basically done every session for 2 weeks and without any drama. So totally happy with the treatment.
Cleary, the second Blues star, hamstrung in a dramatic 24-hour period. Likely centre Tom Trebojevic sidelined for 7 weeks and set to miss at least Origin 1 and 2.
Especially them two, they're big players in our team and they would have been a big part of our Origin series.
Blues enforcer Payne Haas endorsing centre Katoni Staggs after the Broncos' 30-14 win over the Eels.
He's made for Origin, that's all I've got to say.
And he said Katoni is made for Origin.
Payne, they're nice words off Payne, I'll take them, but I just feel like I didn't get my chance when I did to get picked, and it was a short Origin for me, and I feel like I still got a lot that I can give to that jersey.
Zach Bailey, NBN News.
Trent Robinson says David Fifita's best football is yet to come, and the Roosters are the place for him to reach his potential. As well as recruiting the Titans forward, the Tricolours are also on the verge of signing some current stars.
From the Gold Coast to Bondi on a 4-year deal, the Roosters have shown huge faith in David Fifita.
He obviously has an effect on an opposition there in the way that he runs and carries the ball and affects opposition defences, and his ability to score a try on his own.
Do you think his best footy is still ahead of him?
Yeah, 24. It's 24. The best footy is definitely ahead of him, hence the length of the agreement there.
Trent Robinson admits Fifita's arrival will make it harder to retain fellow back rower Angus Crichton.
It's really hard when you're in a club and you walk in every day, and it's the balance between the players that you have and then trying to get some guys that you think are going to change the shape of the way that you play.
Some Chooks are set to stay. Daniel Tupou is likely to sign a 1-year extension, while talks with Sam Walker are well advanced.
All it is about negotiating length and dollars.
Spencer Leniu returns against the Warriors tomorrow, having served his 8-match suspension for using a racial slur.
He doesn't owe us anything. With everything that's happened, I feel like he's done his work on himself and back on his game, and now it's time to get back out there and play.
Luke Duffy, NBN News.
The Swans have moved a game clear on top of the AFL ladder after a 48-point victory over Fremantle at Optus Stadium. The win is Sydney's 5th in a row. Next up is Carlton at the SCG on Friday. Still to come, the Mariners take a major step towards the A-League Grand Final.
Warm up your winter mornings with new Jack's Brekkie Roll with spicy tomato relish, double bacon, flame-grilled sausage on a buttery brioche. And try rich velvety deluxe hot chocolate with whipped cream covered in chocolate flakes. Brekkie's never been hotter, only at Hungry Jack's.
Sweet shoes. Want 'em? Try the Google app for iPhone. Tap this, snap that. What a vibe. Can't name that song? Tap this, hum that. Right. Wait. Tap this, hover over that, and now you know. Find it, hum it, translate it. More ways to search. Download the Google app for iPhone.
That's the sound of you winning, because you managed to get the kids and the frozen dinosaur nuggets, all without going to the supermarket. Smash it. DoorDash it. Oh, so gentle.
Coach.
One Blade 360. Trim, edge and shave effortlessly. Win the ultimate games experience in Paris 2024 at Harvey Norman. 3 major prizes to be won with a total prize pool of over $100,000. You could win a trip for 2 to the Paris 2024 Olympic or Paralympic Games, or a Harvey Norman gift card valued at $10,000. Simply purchase any product over $200 and enter the draw for your chance to win the ultimate games experience in Paris 2024. Now at Harvey Norman.
As an actor, worked on McLeod's Daughters for 5 years. When I had my son, I was a single mum from day dot. We live in a caravan, and I have been in financial strife, living in fight or flight.
Can Simone Jade McKinnon make it to the top?
My son, that's why I'm here. He'll be watching this going, oh my God, Mum, are you kidding me?
The new Summit starts Sunday at 7 on 9.
Dishes.
They call me morning fresh, I clean up greasy mess. One squirt is enough to get through all this stuff. They call me morning fresh.
Morning fresh. Power through mess.
In Paris, 2 tips of a moustache hang sadly, for the artist's great work was going so badly. But thankfully, his muse had a Red Bull to lend, and the artist's great torture met the finest end.
Novak Djokovic needed medical attention after being struck on the head by a water bottle following a win at the Italian Open. A fan accidentally dropped the metal bottle when asking for an autograph. Djokovic collapsed to the ground and needed treatment for a cut that was bleeding, but later told fans he was fine and resting at his hotel. The Central Coast is 90 minutes away from securing Gosford's first A-League Grand Final. The Mariners take a 1-goal advantage into their home semi-final leg after defeating a 9-man Sydney FC side in a drama-filled clash.
The Central Coast side displayed their fight in the first half, but the Sky Blues opened the scoring in the 24th minute.
Still Max Burgess. That was a shot. And there's a chance here at the back post. It's got in. Joel King, who got his first ever A-League goal against the Mariners.
The Mariners were hungry for an equaliser, and it was too hot to handle for Sydney's shot stopper. A near miss from Mikhail Docker saw Josh Nisbet convert on the stroke of half-time.
Docker can have a go here, and Fred May couldn't hold it! And Josh Nisbet following in has equalised!
A foul on Christian Theoharis awarded the Mariners a penalty. Docker slipped a goal, giving the Yellow and Navy a 2-1 lead in the 56th minute.
He gets the right way, but Docker's penalty is too good.
Jack Rodwell shown a red card for this tackle on Theo Harris. Sydney FC thought they had an equaliser, only for the goal to be called back for offside. It went from bad to worse for the home side, reduced to 9 players for the final 8 minutes. The Mariners take a 1-goal advantage into the second leg at Gosford next Saturday.
People say beware of the wounded animal, and we've got to be prepared for what they're going to bring. We'll do our homework.
Bianca Word, NBN News.
Broadmeadows set pieces were on fire in the rain overnight, the Magic scoring 4 goals from corners to down New Lambton 5-1. Lambton and Adamstown was the only round 11 game to go ahead today, the Jaffers keeping their perfect season alive with a 7-0 win. The Wildfires went down to Sydney Uni 38-34 in round 6 of the Shoot Shield. The seesawing encounter saw the lead change 5 times throughout the match. The Wildfires almost.
Koala still has it. He'll get there. Koala scores.
Meanwhile, Maitland has extended its undefeated start to the Hunter rugby season. The Blacks and Greens both recording wins in round 5 today. The Maitland Pickers have returned to the Newcastle Rugby League Winners' Circle, picking up their first victory in 3 weeks. Taking on Lakes United, the two sides traded blows in the first half, but it was all one-way traffic in the second, the defending premiers running in 4 tries in a row. A tight win sees Souths finish the day on top of the ladder, while Wests have moved up to 3rd for now. He's a Shocker has taken out the Gosford Gold Cup. Transferred to Newcastle due to track conditions, the Victorian-trained horse timed its run in the $300,000 race to perfection.
So Lucan still in front. He's a Shocker, drawing level. So Lucan and he's a Shocker. He's a Shocker going home best. And he's a Shocker, knocked off Sir Lucan. And a gap back to
the first 2 finishers are now off to the big dance in November. The wet weather didn't slow the Newcastle Bodyboarding Club down today, with competitors from across the state battling it out in a pro-junior event at Newcastle Beach. Maroubra's Anthony Miller took out the final, putting on a display in front of a 9-time world champion Mike Stewart, who made a guest appearance. And Jane, that's our look at sport.
Nice one, Jack. Stay with us. Your Mother's Day forecast is next.
All aboard. The next generation of Love Boat, a grand new lady of the high seas. A current affair next.
With Dodo, you get fast, reliable NBN. Just ask our 100% of satisfied customers. It's flawless. 96%. It's almost flawless. And now, get a real deal with discounts across Dodo's NBN range.
Attention Aldi shoppers, it's a sale!
I think there's a sale.
It's not a sale. Our prices are just this low every day.
Yes, it's an everyday sale!
It's an everyday sale. No, just low prices every day at Aldi. Good difference.
When you power your home with affordable and sustainable energy plans from Engie, everything becomes epic. With Engie, it's possible.
My daughter did teach me many things. I was the one that gave Mum Fairy 30-minute miracle. And Steph taught me to save energy by switching from 60 to 30 in the Electrolux dishwasher. Looks clean.
See, in 30 minutes.
That's Fairy squeaking clean. Brushing and flossing removes germs and plaque temporarily. Listerine destroys them. It beats plaque with 5 times more cleaning power than brushing and flossing alone. Complete the clean with Listerine.
G'day, Paul Turner here from Woolworths. Apple season continues, and thanks to ideal conditions, Pink Lady apples are crisp and delicious. Look out for autumn favourites, cauliflower and broccoli, which are great value. And finally, capsicums may be in limited supply due to cooler temps in growing regions, while strawberry and tomato supplies also continue to be challenged. That's this week's Fresh Market Update.
Rough cold, bro. Try Vicks Vapor Drops Extra Strong. Up to 3 times more menthol. How's the nose and throat?
Vicks Vapor Drops Extra Strong.
The Plush May clearance is on now, with up to 40% off selected leather and fabric sofas, modulars, recliners and armchairs. Save up to 40% off at the Plush May clearance. On now.
Think Selfers, think Plush. Love Craft Alive Newcastle. Book your ticket now. Learn, shop and be inspired at Craft Alive Newcastle. Craft supplies, equipment and classes. Applique, card making, cricket, embroidery, fabric collage, fabric flowers, Kawandi, mixed media, Japanese needlecraft, patchwork, quilting, scrapbooking, stamping and more. Plus scissors, lights, storage, sewing machines, beads and heaps of paper craft. Craft Alive Newcastle runs Thursday to Saturday the 9th to 11th May at Newcastle Racecourse. Buy your tickets online now at craftalive.com.au.
Drenching rain
overnight and more today. Nobbies and Lake Macquarie picking up 21 millimetres and Byron Bay topping our viewing region, recording at 61 millimetres in the 24 hours to 9 a.m. Now, this moody sunrise shot is thanks to Tarina Vale as a surfer hits the waves early. She says, with rain comes great cloud formation, certainly a silver lining to all of this wet weather. Now, cloud is being maintained over central and eastern New South Wales, southern Queensland and Victoria as humid northeasterly winds feed a trough, bringing increasingly heavy rain, clearer elsewhere with high pressure. Tomorrow, rain and storms over the eastern states will become confined to the area east of the ranges, so mostly coastal. Rainfall should be heaviest over southeast New South Wales. Heavy rain overnight and this morning on already soggy ground, plus widespread showers for much of the day. The shopping centres were certainly heaving as we escaped the rain and did some last-minute gift shopping for the mums. 19 the top for Nobbies today, 18 at Williamtown, 17 at Singleton today. Mother's Day tomorrow, it'll be cloudy with a high chance of showers during the morning and the afternoon and a possible thunderstorm with heavy falls. Clearing up though from the late afternoon. Temperature-wise, 21 for Newcastle, 20 at the Bay, 21 the top for Maitland and 21 also at Bulahdelah. Coastal waters information seas at a metre with a 2 metre swell. Southwesterly winds up to 15 knots. The sun to rise at 6:30 and set at 5:05. The morning low tide at 5:47 a.m. And our outlook for Newcastle, thankfully rain easing from Monday with some light coastal showers possible. Tuesday and Wednesday is looking much drier, top of 23 on Tuesday. For Scone, a light shower possible tomorrow. Clear though from Monday. You can see sunny skies for Tuesday with a top of 22. And finally for Gosford, up to 15 millimetres of rainfall tomorrow. Clearer skies from Tuesday. Finally tonight, an extreme G5 solar storm is reaching Australia for the first time in more than 2 decades. It lit up skies across the globe, and tonight Australia will get an encore. A series of solar flares paint the sky over the Swiss Alps. This celestial display, the product of the strongest geomagnetic storm to reach Earth in 2 decades.
These particles will come into the atmosphere and zap up electrons on molecules, and as they fall down, they'll release light.
Each year, hundreds of thousands of people make long journeys north to bear witness to the aurora borealis. Overnight, for much of the globe, it only took a few steps to the backyard and a look skywards.
The whole sky is literally on fire. My God, I've never seen anything in like 30 years of astronomy.
Parts of the UK, Europe and the United States all treated to the remarkable phenomenon, and closer to home, aurora australis illuminated regions in South Australia, Tasmania and rarer still, WA.
We haven't seen this level of activity since 2003 with the famous Halloween storm.
This solar storm is expected to last several days. It sparked warnings about possible disruptions to communication, power grids and space travel. But for most of the planet, it's a harmless and spectacular show. And that is the NBN News for this Saturday. A current affair is coming up next, but stay with us. We'll have updates right throughout the evening. Thanks for your company from all of the NBN News team here, including those behind the scenes. Good night.
You got there in the end.
Yeah. I'm Deb Knight. Welcome to A Current Affair. After a rough few years, the cruising industry had a choice: sink or swim. And this new ship proves it's done the latter. It's taking affordable luxury to a whole new level. And A Current Affair has been invited along for the ride.
This ship
Princess.
There are some boating traditions which have never made sense.
Did you get any, guys?
New cruise ship and all, but seriously. I would, though, need a nip of courage. After all, they're calling this the next generation love boat. The grand opening, a glass full of entertainment and stars in the sexy Barcelona.
I have to ask, are you well aware that Australia has a bit of a crush on you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh no, but I'm here for it.
Hannah Waddingham played the part. The Emmy Award-winning Ted Lasso Queen officially got the party started.
You've been called the godmother.
Bean.
How exciting is that?
It's like the most beautiful glossy penny dropping in me. Have you been around?
Yeah.
It's insane. And I love the fact that every detail of it is, you can see the love and passion that's gone into making it. And it holds 4,300 people. It's just incredible. We're a quarter of a mile long. Quarter of a mile!
My legs are telling me that.
I mean, insane.
A current affair invited on board for the Sun Princess's maiden voyage. A tough 5 days along the Mediterranean. The first morning, I thought of home and my work colleagues. It lasted a few seconds.
Good morning, Mr. Wallace. Your breakfast is here.
Coming.
Breakfast was here.
Pastry muffins, chocolate croissant.
Just the one bottle of champagne. But there's no point being in your room when all this is just around the corner.
The largest, most luxurious, incredible cruise ship that's ever come to Princess.
The new flagship of the fleet, the Sun Princess. Hangovers have never felt so good. There's so much glass, you're inside but outside at the same time. And that's where we met Mr. President of Princess, John Paget.
It's crazy. This dome is the first geodesic dome at sea. And what is so unique about it is it's kind of modeled after Santorini. So if I can lay in the sun, have a pool, then at night it turns into an entertainment venue. The Sun Princess is super special because she's the first of a next generation Sphere-class ships. Princess can uniquely give small ship service, like yacht class level service.
Did someone say food? The people of Princess who paid our way wanted us to test everything. I guess we'd have to take one for the team.
It looks great, smells great. Agree. We'll make over 1,000 scones just for today. Currently we have over 400 Australians on board. It does vary from voyage to voyage. It could be 100 to about 500 Aussies on board. So yes, we do cater for the Aussies. Unfortunately, we run out of Vegemite. No, yes, we run out of Vegemite. You've underestimated us.
No sizzler on this ship, even the buffet served. So much food, yet so little of me. Math wasn't a strength at school, but Mother once told me my eyes were perhaps bigger than my belly. At this rate, not for long. They failed to tell me there's 30 restaurants on board. This ship's reputation built around food. And in the end, they'd have to throw it down my throat.
Jackie Chan!
wash it down. Well, fancy running into the Australians at the pub.
What a surprise.
I know.
This is your favourite horn?
O'Malley's is just,
Yeah.
Our kids don't know where we are, spending their inheritance.
Shell and George from Perth are regular cruisers and they couldn't look more at home. You know what I love most about this right now? That you've still got the cards in your hand.
I'm not giving them up.
Like TV interview, no, we're still playing here.
She's not going to let me win.
It's not winning.
That's so funny. So, tell me about your adventure on the Sun Princess. How's it been going?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Didn't know, we actually didn't even know that this was the inaugural voyage. All I wanted to do was go to Santorini.
But the couple admits they've been kept on their toes during what will be a 19-day voyage. The setup on the Sun is very different to the rest of the Princess fleet, and there's new technology.
Which is lovely. It was just a different experience, something that I maybe didn't expect, but it was still really awesome. And George he's got his wrist
Now tell me about these. What do these do?
That gives you access to basically anywhere. So if you walk to your cabin door is already unlocked before you get there.
Yeah.
If you order a drink, they have their pads or whatever that is, and they can see you. So it's very personalised because they can say, "Oh, hi Michelle, would you like another wine again?" It's like, yeah, okay, cool.
And they don't even know who you are.
No, that's right.
It just comes up, doesn't it?
Because your name comes up and your photo comes up, so that they can see who you are. So it's very personalised.
Wow.
I think it is. I think.
Has one problem.
Yes.
You sneak out at night for a quiet drink and you've got to go like this, so she can't track your shipmates.
She's been watching where you're going.
Yes, and you can track each other as well.
That's fantastic.
We don't want to start a domestic here.
No.
Lucky they don't work off the boat. The Sun Princess takes in the best of what Europe has to offer. You can escape in the Greek islands, the French and Italian coastlines. Our journey takes us to Genoa, where you can sit back and enjoy a doppio espresso and watch the world go by. They even let New Zealanders come here. So Nigel and Joe, here we are in Genoa. How you finding it?
Well, we're having a great time. We've been enjoying every stop and having a tour around and the lady just explaining everything that we're looking at has really helped.
So you've been on the Sun Princess. How long have you been on for? What have you seen so far?
We've had 1 week now, and we're doing back to back. So we're doing, we've been to Gibraltar and Barcelona, and we're now here in Genoa.
Yeah.
And we're going to stay on. Do the next cruise is going on to the other side, and we're going to do the Greek islands and finish up in Athens.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You'll never go back home.
No. 17 nights on the Sun Princess.
Wow. Well, most New Zealanders go back anyway. They just come to Australia, don't they?
Yeah,
that's how it works. Which reminds me, we need to have a chat to Paolo Arrigo, the captain. Mr. Captain, we know you have the power. You could steer this through Sydney Harbour as well.
Yeah, we
have a look at the bridge.
Yeah, I don't think we can fit under the bridge.
Oh no!
No, we have to take the top off. So it will be a little bit of an operation. But it will be quite incredible if the ship will be able to go there.
Maybe in time, yeah. Normally, this bridge is off limits, but it's too cool not to show. In fact, so modern, the controls are like, well, an old Atari 64.
And it's all done by this little joystick.
Yeah, I saw you reach before to this thing, and I'm not going to touch it just in case something moves.
Oh, you have to be careful in case you just eject yourself out.
Right. That's what this one's for, isn't it? I can make that go. Can I do that one? Hang on. There we go. Look at that. Hey? Mate, this is space age.
But these modern ships now, we do everything from these very stations, whether we go out on the open seas and using the joystick, or going to dock the ship with the use of the pods and the thrusters here on reach. They're on my right hand side, so very special.
And the view speaks for itself. With the windscreen wipers at the ready and pilot Wallace in place, it was onwards to La Spezia. The charming port city, a gateway to Pisa, and the art heaven, Florence. But a different culture took my liking on board.
Here you go, now let's have some ice. Perfect.
From driving the ship to getting some tips on how to properly Tom Cruise with Cocktail King Rob Floyd.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that's an Australian sport. I love it. I like it. Oh, yeah. See, it's warming up right now. Go! Oh! You did it.
Oh my God. Ooh. That's like 6 shots in one sip.
Yeah.
As I continued to learn fluent Spanish, the crew explored the resort, which is the Sun Princess. It wasn't that long ago many feared the cruise industry wouldn't recover. It's responded with luxury. And the European postcard you seek may well come from on board.
How good. Now, never before have we talked about mushrooms this much. Once just a side dish, the fungi is now the focus of murder allegations. But across the country, foragers are out in force as mushroom season begins, some with no idea what they're eating.
I'm so devastated by what's happened.
3 murder charges. A Victorian mum accused of poisoning her relatives with deadly mushrooms.
I say I didn't do anything. I loved them.
In a separate case, police are still investigating a woman's death at a health retreat. Initial reports suggest Rachel Dixon consumed a tea that may have contained toxic mushrooms. There's never been so much focus on fungi. As mushrooms pop up around the country, health authorities are issuing warnings. But interest in foraging is only growing.
Sunday at 7 on 9.
Enjoy up to 50% off when you buy 2 items at Oz Design. Discover our unique range of products tailored to suit any style, because home is where life happens. Sail on now. Oz Design for life.
For a limited time, get up to $3,000 with the Greater Bank cashback. Plus, save with award-winning home loans. Whether you're purchasing a home or want to switch and save on your home loan, call now or visit greater.com.au/cashback.
Auto Club members save with Repco's 3-day sale. With 20% off selected ranges like paint and panel, car audio, Repco seat covers, vehicle covers, Scepter fuel and water cans. Exclusive to Auto Club members, end Sunday, only at Repco.
There's a safety recall on solar system batteries branded LG, LG Chem, and some Solex products. Affected batteries may overheat and catch fire. Even if you have checked before, please check again.
New Nutri-Grain 25% less sugar vanilla malt flavour. It may be light on sugar, but it's full on fuel, full on crunch, full on taste. New to the Nutri-Grain range.
Some people reckon this is the Aussie way. Sure, but at Aussie Broadband, we reckon there's a little more to it. Like keeping your entire family better connected with Australia's most trusted telco. Even this little champion. Where did you get this dog? With reliable internet brought to you at speed and a local expert support team that are there to help whenever you need it. Yes! That's Aussie Broadband. That's the actual Aussie way.
Nico Hines scores the try.
Woody Season's here. Get on board.
Get on board. Get on board.
Farmers Union Greek-style yogurt, the Aussie all-rounder.
Life's a journey, and when you arrive at retirement, you want to make sure that you stay in the driver's seat. You might want to go at full throttle or a more gentle pace with a bit of TLC. Navigate the life that you want at Tarragal Glen.
At Domain Homes, we meet people like these two every day. Searching for a home with contemporary design at an affordable price. Domain Homes offers unbeatable value, so you really can have it all. So you can start doing more of this and plenty of this. Even this is fun. Find out how you can save $35,000 and price your new home today at domainhomes.com.au.
At Harvey Norman, get 48 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest with 48 monthly repayments from Latitude Financial Services and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. That's a bonus $100 gift card for every $1,000 you spend on interest-free. Shop our huge range, everything for your home and lifestyle. Get 48 months interest-free and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000 at Harvey Norman. T's and C's, fees, charges and product exclusions apply. Participating Latitude credit cards only. New customers must be approved. Minimum financed amount $1,000.
No! We know A Current Affair has the best viewers, and this story is proof of that. Pensioners Caroline and Gary have been showering at their local pool for months. They can't afford a reno, and the government won't help, but these kind strangers will.
Gary, Caroline. Hello. Oh, hello. How are you? Hi. Very well. How are you? Good. That's good. We've got some people we'd like for you to meet. Did you guys want to come outside to say good day? This is Sharon and Reese from Hando Homes, Michael from Reno Demo, and Matt from Highgrove Bathrooms. And they have got some great news for the two of you today.
So we just wanted to say it is our absolute pleasure to renovate your bathroom for you complimentary,
thank you so much.
that you can shower in your own home, Gary.
Oh, that'd be great. Really, really great. We first met Gold Coast pensioners Gary and Caroline Scott Bridges in the throes of a shower struggle last month.
I'm holding onto the bar all the time in there, frightened I'm going to fall, and I've fallen a few times.
Gary's ailing health had forced the pair to shower at their local pool, where there was a bathroom big enough for Caroline to assist. They couldn't afford the necessary renovation to their shower, and the federal funding they received couldn't be used on a refit. Instead, they were left with these gadgets.
I think none of that has had anything to do with the bathroom upgrade. No.
Sharon and Reese Hando of Hando Homes couldn't believe the situation Gary and Caroline were facing, so they called on some of their generous suppliers.
Mere Tiles, who's come on board to supply all the tiles. Elite Tiling, who's going to the tiling. Taylor Energy from the electrical is going to do all the electrical.
They'll remodel not just the shower room, but the entire bathroom.
We don't want them to worry about the costs, so we're just looking forward to getting in there and helping them out as much as we can.
What do the two of you think of that?
I think it's wonderful.
It's been tough, hasn't it, Caroline?
Yeah, I'm getting older and I've had a few problems.
The Handos say construction will commence in the coming weeks.
You think.
Whoever's down this way, drop in, we'll give them a cup of coffee.
Coming up, empty blocks and empty bank accounts. Furious families asking, where are our homes?
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful. A one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Piece it together with Ancestry DNA.
Checking your mirrors and straightening up. That's it. Handbrake up.
Can't get out of the car to do your shopping? With Woolworths free direct to boot, we'll do it for you. Bye. That's today's fresh food people.
The Nick Scarley Lounge Sale is on now, with up to 50% off leather and fabric lounges. That's up to half price during the Nick Scarley Lounge Sale. On now.
At Domain Homes, we meet people like these two every day. Searching for a home with contemporary design at an affordable price. Domain Homes offers unbeatable value, so you really can have it all. So you can start doing more of this and plenty of this. Even this is fun. Find out how you can save $35,000 and price your new home today at domainhomes.com.au.
Well, girls and boys, it's been another very exciting day for our friend Big Dog. But now it's time for Big Dog to say goodnight. Good night, Big Dog. Good night, girls and boys. Sweet dreams.
Next week, families left in the lurch.
Arrested Development.
Where's my money gone? Where's my house gone?
The estate of broken dreams.
We're not rich people, mate. It took us years to put this deposit together.
Broken hearts and busted bank accounts.
They're here to say they're not going to take it.
That's Monday, and that's our program. I'm Deb Knight. Thanks for your company. From the team, enjoy your evening.